Hello, happy Saturday to you all. I pray that you guys are having a wonderful day. And if you're watching the replay, how you doing? Okay, welcome, welcome, welcome. So listen, as you come on in, go ahead and type your city and state in the chat. Let me know where you're chiming in from. Currently broadcasting all over on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, even Instagram. So how are you guys doing on this marvelous Saturday? Hello, hello, hello. Let me know what city and state you guys are chiming in from. And as you guys can see, with the title, we are retiring from doing our 3-day boot camps. Hello, Tina. South Carolina's in the house. Hello. Happy Saturday to you. C-Take for Insurance. Hello, Miami, Florida is in the house. Hello, Corey. How are you doing? Hey, Mario of Memphis. I guess Memphis 10. So what's up, everybody? How are you guys doing? So listen, Atlanta, Georgia, hello, hello. So y'all, to not be up here for too long. And then on LinkedIn, we got New York City here. I don't know why LinkedIn ain't putting the name. That's messed up. All right. Okay, so just to kind of introduce myself, Taria Vision Avant. And just so y'all know, my name is Taria, like Maria, with a T. Y'all gonna stop mispronouncing my name. So it's Maria with a T. Yes, Ada, thank you so much. I definitely enjoyed my Thanksgiving. CTR Network out of Tennessee, Greensboro, North Carolina, Stevie Aisha Mills. Oh, Stevie, that's a full picture right there, girl. That look good, girl. You need to send me that picture. Okay, so since 2016, y'all, I've been helping individuals to write books. I never still, even though I've helped thousands of people to become authors, I still never classified myself as a publisher. Never got into the space of helping people to write books because I wanted to help people to just only be authors, okay? I help people write books is because I wanted them to understand the power behind being an author and how to leverage your book to grow your business. You know, leveraging your book to get on more stages, leveraging your book to get on more media, leveraging your book to close bigger and higher deals, and all those things. And that's why I actually became a coach in the book writing world. So never called myself, hey, Dr. Kamika, never called myself a publisher. I'm a coach. That's what I am. I coach. And so I didn't get into that space for that. But let me tell you, through the years, it has been one of the biggest blessings to help individuals to write books. I first started off with allowing people to log into a course to just get the training. And I was realizing a lot of people weren't writing books then. And then I started to do one-on-one work. And I've worked with several individuals one-on-one, showing them how to be authors. Some of you guys, some big influencers, celebrities, things of that nature. Y'all know I've never been one to necessarily be one to clout chase. So I don't really share a lot of the stuff that y'all, a lot of people that I've worked with, I don't even share that stuff. But then when the pandemic happened, I started doing things differently, and we did our 3-day boot camps. Now, one thing I've come to learn, and the unfortunate thing about our community is that our community sometimes, we don't think that we can work together if we do the same thing. And I think that's very, very sad. It's not true. I believe that if we learn how to effectively work together, we can make so much more money together, right? We can do so much more, and nobody here is my competition. Like, I don't compete with nobody, okay? And I'm not saying that with arrogance that I'm better than nobody, because I'm definitely not better than anybody, right? What I'm telling you when I say nobody is my competition, I mean that there is nobody who can duplicate who I am, my fingerprint. I am me. And so I've never been that person to think that, oh, well, if John Doe or Jane Doe is doing the same thing, then we're direct competitors. Yeah, we might even be in the same space of self-help books and things like that. But the truth is that there are some people who like the way that I teach, and some people who will like the way John and Jane teach. And if we learn how to work together, we could do so much more. Anyway, so I decided to create what is called the Elite Publishers Group, right? The Elite Publishers Group. And we have individuals who are part of Elite Publishers Group that are all in different genres, and we'll continue to keep growing people in that space or adding people to the Elite Publishers Group that I know that are qualified, that I know that are going to give good quality work, and people that I can refer business out to. However, in the process of also growing the Elite Publishers Group, doing our 3-day book camps where we only did 4 a year, we also been growing the Book Profits Club. And for many of you guys, you know that we have the Author All-Stars Conference coming up. And the reason why we call it Author All-Stars, this is a one-time-a-year annual conference where we actually recognize authors in all genres, whether or not they wrote a book through us or not. They're all genres, all backgrounds, all different types of businesses. We even have whether you've written a book, whether you've done plays, because we have playwrights that are going to be there. So it's an exciting time to recognize and give away awards and all types of stuff, right? And this is also an opportunity where we have some of our elite publishers that are going to be speaking. In fact, we have Kalia Parker Prayer, who's going to be speaking at the conference. She is a playwright, and she teaches you how to turn your story into a play. And so I just started to see like how things were starting to work together, and that God was continually putting me around more people that are helping people to write books, and some even in the self-help space. But as we've continued to grow Book Profits Club, let me tell you something. So let me just tell you some of the benefits of BPC. First of all, we're going to be making an announcement at the Author All-Stars Conference where we're going to be showing our clients how to get leads, literally by just telling us what their niche is. If you tell us your niche, we're going to we have a system now where we can go and find people who are in your niche, create an automation, contact them, and then once they're ready to roll and they want to learn more about what you do, they'll schedule an appointment, literally automate it, right? On top of that, Book Profits Club provides over 1,500 TEDx opportunities. So if you want to be a TEDx speaker, you want to get on TEDx stages, not only do we provide those opportunities, but we will also provide the training when you apply, how to apply, and also how to be most effective with leveraging that TEDx opportunity. We then provide you with hundreds of events that are taking place in your local city and state. And so it's just so much that we do. We provide thousands of podcasts, right? This is all for Book Profits Club members. But what I've come to realize is that in order for Book Profits Club, because a lot of people didn't know all these benefits, they were like, what? It does all of that? And on top of that, it comes with a software. A software where you can host your courses, a software where you can send out your emails and text messages, a software that'll let you dial out and track all of your calls and your sales team and all types of stuff that we have at Book Profits Club. And I realized at the end of this year, in fact, I went to a conference. I had just got back from a conference in Dallas, and I realized that we were not putting enough focus on teaching people about the benefits of Book Profits Club, and that it was in order for me to be able to truly show people the power behind BPC and how to leverage it, there's gonna be something that I gotta give up. See, one thing I've come to learn, y'all, is that the nicher you are, the richer you shall be. The nicher you are, the richer you shall be. And so while I'm also helping people to write books, at the same time, I'm also helping people to learn how to promote, get their books to perform, which also then allows them to be profitable. And I realize that in order for, those are two different business structures, two different teachings, two different things that I've got to teach. In order for us to take Book Profits Club and show these authors truly what's available, I realized that, Taria, you got to give something up. And I decided, I made a decision that January will be the very last 3-day book camp that I do. Now, it doesn't mean that we're still not going to connect individuals who want to write a book with qualified and creditable publishers in the self-help space, in the children's book space, and we've got planners and journals. If you want to start create a stage play, all of that, we're still going to be connecting you to other people. But I know that for you guys to get the most of what Book Profits Club is going to offer, y'all, I cannot divide the focus. Focus stands for follow one course until successful. Well, we've been very successful in the book writing space, right? I know that we have done what God has called us to do, which is put me in a space of influence when it comes to authors. Does that make sense, y'all? So I've been able to build a space of influence when it comes to helping individuals. But authors is not just like writing a book is not just it. Y'all do understand that when you write a book, Yes, Ada. Ada says the nicher you are, the richer you shall be. I'm telling you, the more y'all, the truth is this, and I lead by example. I don't just tell y'all to do stuff that I don't follow. I understand the power of niching it down. And I also understand the power of freedom. I never got into entrepreneurship so that my business could own my time. That's not my, I ain't trying to do that. I like to travel. You know what I'm saying? I like to watch movies. You know what I'm saying? I like to have wine days, wine down Wednesdays, but Wednesdays every day. You know what I'm saying? I like to enjoy this life because we only have one of them. And I don't know about y'all, but I'm not trying to be over here working from sun up to sundown and not have the opportunity to enjoy. So why I got to try to be the end all be all? I don't need to be the person to do everything. And so we have the Elite Publishers Group. Now, because I also know that being able to get more people introduced to Book Profits Club, I still got to be able to do that. There's tons of authors out there. We'll still be doing our collaboration projects. And so we've done well over 50 plus collaboration projects. Nobody does collaboration projects the way that we do them. We make them very seamless, very simple. And for individuals who have a sphere of influence like Dr. Stevie Aisha Mills, and we have other people who have done projects with us, they hire us to do the project. So for example, Dr. Stevie is a coach and she teaches everyone how to create their content into cash. Well, instead of her saying, well, let me do a collaboration book myself, she hired us to do the project with her coaching clients, which now is an additional incentive. So her coaching clients can also now have a book that they can use. Well, then we also know that this is a great way to get around more people and that we can be able to introduce to Book Profits Club. Because one thing I understand, and how many of y'all know other authors where you maybe heard them talk about their book when the book came out, but you ain't heard about the book again. Book ain't selling. I wrote my first book back in 2012. That book still sells today. Hey, Pamela. That book still sells today. I've not stopped selling them. I just sold a book, another one yesterday. I sell those books every single day. But most authors never sell their books beyond the launch. And I know it's because I don't stress that statistic enough. I know I say it, but I don't stress the fact that, y'all, it is what it is. Most authors do not know how to leverage their books to build a six-figure business. And the great thing is that I'm not teaching you from theory. I'm literally telling you what I've done to build a business who in the past years has paid me over $500,000. I ain't got to six figures in a month yet, but we definitely done well over $500,000 in sales by leveraging my book. And so every single thing that we are developing here in Book Profits Club are all examples based off of the things that I've done, as well as our BPC coaches, what they've done to be able to grow their businesses. And so moving into 2023, the last boot camp we're going to have is going to be our January boot camp. And the only reason we're still having it is because we already had people who enrolled, but it's going to be the best, the most incredible. I'm going to probably drop some amazing giveaways for those individuals who enroll into this last boot camp because it's the last one. But moving forward, we're literally only focusing on doing collaboration projects with coaches and influencers, and we'll do our own, and then focusing strictly on showing people Book Profits Club. We're going to be giving away leads to people. We're going to be giving away funnel designs, showing you guys how to create your courses all in one software. We're literally going to show authors how to fall out of the statistic where 80% of most authors do not make more than $10,000 a year. Yeah, 80% of most coaches do not make more than $10,000 a year. So it's not just authors. This is the statistic that goes across the board from authors, speakers, coaches, and even network marketers. And so if we know that we have a strategy where we can show you how to leverage your book to get in front of more people, to get on more stage, to increase your value, then that's what the Book Profits Club is going to do. So I am so excited. Now, if you're interested, maybe you have a sphere of influence and you want to be able to make some money with us, if you know that you can get 7 to 20 people to be a part of your project, then we would love to partner with you. There is a partnership, okay? And you're able to split the profits. If you are maybe an author, you're watching this right now, and you said, you know what, Tara, I want to learn more about this Book Profits Club. All you have to do is go to bookprofitsclub.com. You can register. and you can cancel it anytime. Listen, we ain't holding nobody handicapped, but what I do know is that most people that join Book Profits Club, they have not left. They've not left. That we are like no other group out there, I promise you, that is specifically focusing on helping authors to truly grow their business. Now, if you're saying, Taria, I want to get in on that last book camp, because I mean, listen, I'm going to tell you, we do have a great time in the book camp, but I'm not doing them anymore, right? After January. If you want to know more about that book camp, then what you need to do is make sure to get in touch with me. Now, let me tell you the easiest and the best way to get in touch with me is going to be to email me directly. Now, I typically do not offer people to email me, but only for, and I do not teach my students to put an email out, only because you may end up with a ton of emails and I got to be able to get through them all. But for this particular broadcast, if you're interested in learning more about that last book camp, or if you're interested in learning more about being a collaborator, my email is visionavant@bookprofitsclub.com. Now, if I do not get back with you, okay, I recommend just join BPC. Bookprofitsclub.com is the place you really want to be honest, y'all. It's one of the best clubs out there. You get to be, look, the speakers. So people are like, well, how can I be a speaker at the next event? So we do have, our next conference is going to be in June, okay? Our next conference is going to be in June, and it is going to be called the Reignite Conference. The way that we actually select our speakers are actual Book Profits Club members. So if you're a BPC member and you're showing up and you're plugging in and you're winning, and you're sharing your wins, that's how we actually decide on who we want to speak at our conferences. Because listen, I only like to highlight those people that are plugging in, that are trusting the software. So if you want to speak at our next June event and be recognized, that's one of the ways to be a part of, well, the way to be a part of Book Profits Club. Now, I'm always going to share that you guys should join BPC. You know, I always tell people, if you believe that you can sell at least 4 books a month with our help, we can help you to sell 4 books a month. You can be a part of the Book Profits Club Gold membership. If you believe that with our help, we can effectively show you how to sell 20 books a month, it's 2025. You can be a part of BPC Elite. And for those of you who are investing into other softwares like ClickFunnels, ActiveCampaign, Aweber, Easy Texting, Funnelytics, what are some of the stuff that I used to spend money on? I mean, I spent money on a lot of stuff. We have literally eliminating all of those softwares, because as a BPC Elite member, you get access to all of those softwares. We have onboarding sessions. We have training twice per month on how to use the software. Every Monday night, you get access to me. Y'all, we are literally doing this thing. Not doing this thing for clout, not doing any clout chasing. We are helping authors all over the world. Oh, final announcement. So just so y'all know, the Author All-Stars Conference has officially sold out. It's officially sold out. Okay, let me tell you something. So, I mean, we're just doing some big stuff here. And so I'm so excited, guys. If you are an author, if you're a speaker, if you're a coach, humble thyself and pull up on your girl. You know, a lot of times folks don't decide to join us because you've created some kind of relationship in your mind, which will tell you that, you know what, I know Taria, I've been knowing Taria. Let me, you know, it's all good. No. We got people that are plugging into Book Profits Club. They're getting on major media platforms. They're getting invited to speak at conferences. Their lives are changing. So don't miss this opportunity to be a part of one of the best clubs in town. The best. And I'm not saying that with arrogance. I'm saying it with confidence and Godfidence that this is one of the best clubs. If you're a speaker, if you're a coach, if you're in network marketing, if you're an author, and if you're a speaker, coach, or networker, you should be an author, period. That's one of the best ways to really position yourself as an expert. I don't care what you guys do. If you're a speaker, coach, or network marketer, and I'm not talking about ebooks, you need to have physical printed books that you can use when you are out here in the marketplace. And there's reasons why I'm not going to get into the training and all of that stuff, but I know we live in this digital age, but God still gave us the sense of touch for a reason. The reason why we still have this sense of touch, there is a reason. And there is nothing like being able to leverage and utilize the senses that God has given you to separate yourself in the space of your industry. Okay, so Book Profits Club is a club where we teach authors and future authors promotion plus performance equals profits. So this is for individuals who are already authors. Now, of course, we also recommend you guys individuals that you can connect with. I do have a big announcement though that's coming up. So let me see, Shay. So Shay, I'm so glad you asked because I do have a big announcement at the Author All-Stars Conference. For anyone that becomes a Book Profits Club Elite member or Inner Circle member, we are going to be adding something. And so I'm going to be adding some resources to you guys for those who want to write a book, right? But we still will always connect you guys to Elite Publishers Group, okay? So, just so you know, it's about to be on the poppin'. Listen, I'm excited. God is good. Let me tell you how great God is. God is good. He will always give you the provision for the vision. But you got to be willing to take action. Y'all, I went to a conference. Mind you, I had no plans on quitting or not quitting, but no longer doing my, I don't know why I can't change the color of this word. Color. Oh, here we go. Here it is. I had no plans. When I went to this conference, y'all, I had no plans on no longer doing our 3-day boot camps. Because our 3-day boot camps is where we make most of our money. Just, can I be transparent? Our 3-day boot camps is where we make the bigger profit. But I know for a fact, in order for Book Profits Club to be the best that I know it's going to be, I cannot divide my focus. This is why I also made a decision to no longer do Urban CEO. Y'all know that was a nonprofit. It was dividing too much of my focus, and the purpose that God has on me is truly helping individuals. I've always been this girl. I've always been the one, if I come up with an idea, I want to teach it, create a course. Like that has always been me. And so I knew that going into 2022, I would have to make sure I was focused on helping speakers, coaches, and network marketers grow their business. But I didn't even realize after I left that conference, the tools, the resources, the things that God was bringing me was setting this up. God continues to keep bringing people around me that want to help other people to write books. And if anybody has ever been in my circle, you would know for a fact, and y'all can all agree that even then, when people would come into Book Profits Club or come to a book camp and they say, well, I want to do what you do. I want to help people to write books. I've never had lack mentality. I've never had a mentality of scarcity. I've always invited and welcomed that. I've always said, oh, you want to help people write books? Cool. Now, I tell people up front what to expect because a lot of times, let me tell you what people do. Because they see that I've been doing this for so long, the assumptions are that it's simple, it's easy, it's a piece of cake. It's work. But anything worth having is work. Anything that's going to give you a feeling of accomplishment must take work, because if you don't have to do the work, then you're not going to appreciate what you get in the accomplishment. And so, yes, it takes work, but I wouldn't trade anything that I've ever done. I got people who be cutting up, y'all. I just want y'all to know behind the scenes, they cuss up. But I would never trade what I would do. I would never make someone feel because this is what I do, you can't do it as well. Heck no, that is not an abundant mentality. And if you're around coaches that when you say, I want to teach what you teach, if you're around someone that says, hey, I want to get in, you go tell your coach, well, I want to teach how to do this too. And they instantly, energy shifts. That's not who you need to be around. Because did y'all see that we just crossed the 8 billion people mark? It's too many people in this world for me to think that I'm responsible for every 8 billion people in the world. I ain't got that kind of time. And matter of fact, I don't want to be doing it that much. I don't need 8 billion. I don't even need 1 million. But I do know that because I have the mentality of abundance, praise God, God is good. Because I have the mentality of abundance, and I say, you know what, Stephanie, I want you go ahead and do collaboration books too. You know what, Kamika, you go ahead and do collaboration books too. You know what, Ada, you become an author, a publisher as well. because I have that mentality when I walk around and I tell people with conviction that as a result of me being in this world, I will impact 10 million people. I know for a fact that it's not just me by myself, because one person can affect 10, which can affect 1,000, which can affect 100,000 to 10 million. And so that's how we live in. The reason why I'm no longer doing 3-day boot camps is not because I don't love it. I love doing the boot camps, but I also love collaboration. I also love working together. I also love being able to have people to come from where I've come from or want to come from where I've been, show them the ropes, and then I ain't got to do it no more. Stephanie, oh, you want somebody wants to write their life story. They want to be able to write a story about forgiveness. I know the perfect person. Let me connect. Oh, you've lost someone and you want to be able to write stories about grief. I know the perfect person. Oh, you want to do a planner, a journal. I know the perfect person. And it guess what? The way that sowing seeds work, the way that this law works, let me tell you how it works, y'all. When you sow a seed, here we go, okay? When you sow a seed, this is why I always say we building oak trees over here, baby, because you don't see oak trees. I was on the highway yesterday driving to my friend's house to go get some second plate of the leftovers. Child, for Thanksgiving, we ate so good. I was so full. I couldn't even pack a plate. I had to go home. I was like, look, I'm going to just come back tomorrow. So anyways, I went back up there and I was driving. One of the trees fell over on the highway. Probably some months ago, it was raining or whatever. It fell over. You don't see oak trees do that. Let me tell you why oak trees don't just fall over. Because oak trees, before you even see the greatness of an oak tree, it has to build roots deep and wide. The roots of an oak tree are as deep and wide as the tree and the branches itself. And so what I understand is that let me tell you something else too. Before an oak tree creates an acorn, before it creates the seed, the acorn, it takes years of hardship, years of learning, years of setback, years of challenges. I've had to go through this so that I can understand who I am. I'm not the tree that fell over, baby. I'm an oak tree. And so when you plant that seed, it takes years. The roots have to grow first, okay? And then when it grows up from the ground, and now after several years, it is now produced acorns. And the acorns, they fall and roll over. But do you know, when you grow a seed, you put it in the ground, it doesn't grow exactly where it was planted. Sometimes it might, germinate and spread over, and it might grow up a little bit over to the left of where you initially planted that seed. See, the challenge that many people have, not us, but the challenge that many people have is that when they do a thing for someone, they're expecting the harvest to come right back from that person. But let me tell you how God works, right? I ain't come up here to preach, but I just need y'all to understand why I don't ever have mentality of lack. Because God will always bless his children that do things with the right intention. So when I sow seed into someone, if I refer someone, if I encourage someone, if I say, hey, why don't you start this? And then they doing I don't care. I already know that God is going to bless me. Because the law says you shall reap what you sow. You cannot reap a harvest of referral if you don't like to refer. You cannot reap a harvest of increase if you ain't increasing. You cannot reap a harvest of happiness if you're not giving out happiness. And so one thing I understand is abundance. If I want an abundant amount of income, an abundant amount of love, an abundant amount of health, whatever it is that I want in abundance, I have to be willing to also sow that. And so that's just my mentality. I'm not no longer doing 3-day boot camps because I don't want to do it or I feel competition. None of us have competition. Nobody can compete with you because you are you. God made you. Nobody like you. And so it's because my focus, follow one course until successful. I've been one of the best. And let me just say this with just clarity so we can understand. It's not a lot of people in the world of book writing who can stand here and say that they've helped thousands of people to become authors. And it's daggone for sure not a lot of people that can say, not only did I help people to become authors, but I've helped people to become publishers. Did y'all hear what I said? What? Yeah. And we're going to keep on doing it. We're going to keep on inspiring other people to do exactly what I do. Now, you can't steal my stuff, though. That's legal. My stuff is legally protected. Ain't nobody going to be better than me by stealing it. You can't steal. And I've seen people, I've been on people training, and I get on the train, and child, they teaching exactly what I teach. I said, well, that ain't going to work. Because then when... Let me tell you something about stealing other people's stuff. It can never work, because if you steal someone else's stuff, you have to still know how to use it and do it and things like that. You know what I'm saying? So I don't never. Well, people be like, well, whatchamacallit done stole your whole training. God ain't gonna reward that. Well, that's not my business. I can't control what other people do. I can only control how I respond. And so let me tell you how I respond. I respond by creating one of the best publishers groups in the world. I respond by creating the BPC coaches. I was out here trying to find other coaches that could come and I could create affiliate programs, and they was doing me shady. They was doing me wrong, y'all. I'm just telling you guys. So I said, bump that. We're going to create coaches in the company. We have BPC coaches. We have Stevie Aisha Mills. Mind you, all have been a part of the team already. Before I invited them to be coaches, they were already part of the team. BPC, we got Bruce Hill. We've got Dakisha C. Williams. And we're looking for one other BPC coach. And I'm looking for in the space of public speaking or media. Just letting y'all know. But y'all got to be members. And so I'm learning how to operate in abundance, but not also operate in ignorance. But I understand that regardless, even though the times I've been burnt, y'all, I'm not gonna stop being who I am. I'm not gonna stop referring out people. I'm not gonna stop affiliating and working together. We just learn how to be smarter with it. But anyway, so that's my story. Again, if you're interested in being a part of Book Profits Club, just go to bookprofitsclub.com. You can cancel at any time. We don't require you to sign on for 12 months. It's just an amazing group. If you are if you have influence and you feel like you could bring 7 to 20 people into a collaboration book, we still do those. If you want to be a part of the last 3-day boot camp, it is in January. We're starting pre-work actually next week. After that, it won't be no more. But I will tell you this. It's just amazing. God is good. And when I tell you we're going to have more people still becoming authors because of what we're doing, we're going to have more people learning how to work in abundance and work in collaboration and work in affiliation because of what we're doing. We're going to teach our people because, this is the mentality that many of my people come to me. They say, this is why I don't work with people. This is what they tell me all the time. Taria, see, because of what you've been through, this is why I don't work with people. And I say, that doesn't mean you give up. See, I have to take responsibility for everything that takes place in my life. I have to take responsibility for even how people treat me or even how people do things. Maybe I wasn't clear on what I wanted. We can't be afraid to be clear on what we want. We got to understand it's not what happens to us, it's what we do with what happens to us. And because I understand this principle, all we can do is grow and go to the next level. So I'm grateful. I appreciate you guys. It is www.thebookprofitsclub.com. Book Profits Club, not the. Well, actually, the will take you to there too. But yeah, www.bookprofitsclub.com. So both of them will work, but bookprofitsclub.com is where you want to go. We have 2 tiers of membership. We will offer a third at the Author All Stars, which is Inner Circle. And when I tell you what we about to be offering at the Inner Circle, all I know is y'all better get y'all coins up before y'all come to this conference and stop playing with me. Get your coins up, because when we offer what is coming in the Inner Circle, you're gonna lose it. Okay? So bookprofitsclub.com, register. Thank you guys for being here. I love you guys. I know I don't know everybody personally, but I'm gonna tell you this, and this is what I do know. I love you guys. I love you, and I care about your success. I care about your businesses going to the next level. I care about the affiliations that you have. I know that there's been times where you've been in these places trying to question and trying to figure out what is going on. Is this for me? Should I be doing it? Yes, you should. I care about the relationships that you guys are building in business and everything. And I pray that everything that you are expecting for 2023 is already happening for you. Let me tell you something. 2023 was your best year ever. And notice how I said it was. 2023 was your best year ever until 2024. We got to start speaking these things, and we must know and believe them in our heart that when we surround ourselves with the right people, they're going to take us places that we never imagined. So you guys going to take me some places too. Love you guys. All right, y'all, I'm out of here. I'm about to go finish up packing because I'm moving. Y'all have a wonderful, blessed day. Peace.